Aliens demanded surrender, and humanity unleashed a resonance that rewrote their minds. The Xyrian Overlords had devoured stars, their fleets a living hunger that erased worlds without mercy. But against a desert reborn by human hands, their ultimatum would echo back as a lullaby of defiance. Commander Evelyn Drake stood on the observation deck of the Erebus Dawn, her sharp blue eyes scanning the ionosphere readings. At 45, with silver-streaked gray hair pulled tight and a lean frame clad in a faded dark blue uniform, she embodied quiet resolve. A former acoustic engineer turned military strategist who believed science built bridges, not graves. The signal hit at 14 hours local time, a biosonic pulse ripping through the comms array like a predator's growl. Aurelia 9, once a barren red wasteland, 1.2 times Earth's surface area, now bloomed with 40% green coverage thanks to the 12 biorain towers rising 500 meters each. These spires engineered artificial storms, seeding life across the dunes where 150,000 colonists lived in surface domes and underground cities. But now the collective Xyrian demanded evacuation in 24 hours, or total annihilation. Evelyn's fingers flew over the console, isolating the transmission. "Crew to the bridge, now!" Her voice was steel, no tremor despite the stakes. The Erebus Dawn, an old research vessel repurposed for defense, hummed with urgency as her team assembled. Overlord Kel Vaynar's image materialized on the holographic display, a towering 2.5-meter purple entity with multifaceted eyes glowing like fractured gems. His message pulsed through the Xyrian neural network. "Humans of Aurelia 9, your infestation ends. Depart this system or join the 17 civilizations we have assimilated or devoured." The phrase assimilate or be consumed rang as their core philosophy, a mantra of conquest etched into their bioengineered warships. Evelyn analyzed the signal's biosonic frequencies, her 20 years in acoustic engineering kicking in. The Xyrians relied on neural-linked bioships, organic hulks with power rivaling 9 nuclear fleets. "They're not bluffing," she muttered, tracing the waveform. "This frequency sinks their minds like a hive. Disrupt it, and we might have a chance." Dr. Helena Cross, 38, with neat brown hair and bright eyes under a white lab coat over her flight suit, stepped forward. A neurobiologist with a sharp wit, she proposed, "Activate Protocol Indigo. Evacuate 120,000 civilians to the 2-kilometer deep bunkers. We can't fight them head-on." Marcus Hale, the 32-year-old sensor tech with tanned skin and a muscular build, nodded from his station. "Radar confirms 9 Xyrian warships at 5 AU, about 750 million kilometers out, closing at 0.1 C. They're massive, sir." Anna Price, the 29-year-old comms officer of Euro-African descent, translated the alien script flawlessly. "It's clear, assimilate or be consumed. That's their creed. No room for negotiation." Logan Reed, 40, the grizzled fire control chief and ex-soldier, prepped defenses. "Arming point defense lasers and missile bays. We hit them first?" Evelyn shook her head, her restraint evident. "No, science saves lives, not kills them. Prioritize non-lethal options. Indigo goes live, now." The team sprang into action. Protocol Indigo transformed the rain towers into neutrino resonators, masking the colony as a neutral world. Civilians streamed into bunkers via automated transports, the surface emptying under the relentless sun. Evelyn watched the holomap. Aurelia 9's 3 moons orbiting a G-type star, 200 light-years from Earth. Isolation bred innovation here. Dependence on imports forged self-reliance. As the Xyrian fleet edged closer, Evelyn composed a response, her voice calm over the open channel. "Overlord Kyle Vaynar, you see a fragile colony. We see an opportunity for you to withdraw without a single life lost. Choose wisely." The transmission cut, tension thick in the air. The ultimatum hung like a blade, but Evelyn's mind raced ahead to protocols unspoken, to waves that could turn predators into guardians. The bridge buzzed with controlled chaos. Helena calibrated neural interfaces, drawing from past encounters where Xyrian imprints mimicked maternal bonds. "Their biology craves connection," she said. "We exploit that." Marcus adjusted sensors, picking up faint echoes. Fleet's accelerating. We need more time. Anna monitored frequencies, her poise unbroken. No reply yet. They're probing our defenses. Logan grumbled but complied, aligning drones for diversion. If this goes south, we're ready. Evelyn stared at the stars, her past flashing, studying resonances in meteor fields, now weaponizing them against invaders. The colony's green expanses below, hard-won from dust, fueled her defiance. Humans didn't conquer. They adapted, turned wastelands into homes. The Xyrians, with their organic armadas, underestimated that ingenuity. Hours ticked down. At 14:30, Indigo activated fully, towers humming with 10 hours and 15 watts of power. The camouflage field shimmered, bending light and signals. Evelyn's challenge lingered in the void, a spark against the encroaching dark. But the fleet pressed on, unyielding. Evelyn knew this was just the beginning. The real protocol waited, a symphony to silence the storm. The Erebus Dawn's bridge thrummed with tension, its aging hull, a 300-meter relic cloaked in meteor-mimicking composite, vibrating as the neutrino resonators powered up. Commander Evelyn Drake stood at the command console, her silver-streaked hair catching the dim glow of 20 holographic screens mapping the system. Aurelia 9 spun below, its green patches stark against red sands, 200 light-years from Earth's reach. Protocol Indigo, launched at 14:30, transformed the 12 500-meter bio-rain towers into a pulsing array, emitting 10-15 watts to disguise the colony as a neutral world. Evelyn's eyes, cold and blue, locked on the holomap where 9 Xyrian warships closed in at 3 AU, their organic hulls slicing through space at 0.1 C. "Status!" Evelyn snapped, her voice a blade cutting through the hum. Marcus Hale, sweat beading on his tan brow, hunched over the sensor suite. "Towers are live. Camouflage field stable. Xyrian frequencies range from 20 Hz to 50 kHz. Biosonic, neural linked. We can jam them if we sync right." His fingers danced, recalibrating to track the alien resonance. Dr. Helena Cross, her lab coat slightly askew, pored over neural data from 3 prior Xyrian encounters. "Their ships imprint like newborns to a mother's voice," she said, voice sharp with wit. "If we hit the right frequency, they'll see Aurelia 9 as home, not prey, like turning wolves into guard dogs." Her quip drew a fleeting smirk from Anna. Anna Price, poised at the comm station, orchestrated the evacuation. 150 automated trucks moving 120,000 civilians to bunkers. 4 hours to completion, 99.8% safety margin. Her Euro-African accent carried calm authority, her translations of Xyrian threats still echoing in her mind. Assimilate or be consumed. Logan Reed, grizzled and stone-faced, monitored 50 defense drones, each armed with 10 kiloton nuclear warheads. "A drones deployed for diversion, not engagement," he reported, voice clipped. "Ready to mislead if they breach the field." His fingers hovered over the fire controls, itching for action, but bound by Evelyn's orders. Evelyn's gaze flicked to the holomap, the system's G-type star casting faint light on Aurelia 9's 3 resource-rich moons. "No strikes unless I say. Science, not slaughter." Her words carried the weight of her past, decades bending sound waves in meteor fields, now reshaping war itself. She rejected Logan's preemptive strike plan, her faith in ingenuity unshaken. "Cal Vaynar thinks we're weak. Let's use that." The bridge crew worked in sync, a machine of human precision. Below the bunkers, 2 kilometers deep, carved into basalt, swallowed colonists via reinforced tunnels. Holographic feeds showed families clutching belongings, faces taut but orderly, trusting the plan. The rain towers, their solar grids pulsing, wove a neutrino veil that warped sensor readings. To Xyrian scans, Aurelia 9 would appear as a lifeless rock, not a thriving colony. Helena leaned into her console, cross-referencing Xyrian biology. Data from 3 encounters shows their neural net craves harmonic stability. We can exploit that with a 42 Hz pulse. It's like singing a lullaby to a beast. Her tone lightened the air, but her eyes stayed sharp, calculating. Marcus nodded. "I'm tuning sensors to match. If we miss by 0.01 Hz, it could backfire, make them aggressive." Anna intercepted a faint Xyrian signal, a low-frequency murmur. They're probing our silence. No response to your challenge, Commander, but they're curious. Logan shifted, restless. We've got 100 missiles in reserve. If this camouflage fails, we're sitting ducks. Evelyn's jaw tightened. It won't fail. Keep those drones on standby. Her mind churned, recalling acoustic patterns that once stabilized comet orbits. Now, those principles would shield a world. The Xyrians, with their bioships, saw humans as ants. But ants built empires in the dirt. As the clock ticked, the evacuation hit 80% completion. Anna reported, trucks on schedule, bunkers sealed in 2 hours. The colony's surface lay eerily still, domes vacant under the crimson sky. The tower's hum grew. A low throb felt in the bones. Helena's screen flashed. I've got a baseline for the lullaby protocol. If we amplify the tower's output, we can start testing before they hit 2 AU. Do it, Evelyn ordered. Small scale. Don't tip our hand. Marcus adjusted the array, sending a test pulse at 20 hertz. A single Xyrian scout ship, 10 million kilometers out, slowed briefly. 30 seconds of hesitation. It worked, Marcus said, grinning. They felt it. Anna's console pinged. Kale's fleet is accelerating. They're at 3 AU now, closing fast. We've got 12 hours max. Evelyn stared at the holomap, the Xyrian ship's red blips in a tightening noose. Then we move faster. Helena, prep the lullaby. Marcus, keep those sensors locked. Anna, signal the consortium of Borealis for backup, though I doubt they'll come. Anna sent the distress call, her fingers steady. Consortium silent. They're watching, not helping. Logan muttered, typical, we're on our own. Evelyn's voice cut through. We always were. Focus. Her calm masked a fire. Humans didn't bow, didn't break. They built. The Xyrians thought them prey, but prey could sing predators to sleep. The fleet drew closer, a living storm. The bridge held its breath, every second a countdown to salvation or ruin. The Erebus Dawn's bridge pulsed with tension, its holographic screens casting jagged light across the command deck. Commander Evelyn Drake stood rigid, her silver-streaked hair glinting under the glow, her blue eyes fixed on the system map where 9 Xyrian bioships loomed at 2 AU, their organic hulls throbbing like living organs. Dr. Helena Cross, her brown hair tied tightly back, stepped to the central console, her voice sharp and precise. The lullaby protocol is a biosonic neutrino hybrid, she said, pulling up schematics on the display. We broadcast a 42 Hz frequency tuned to lock into the Xyrian imprint instinct based on genetic data from 5 captured samples. It rewires their neural net, turns predators into protectors, like a mother soothing a child. Waveforms danced across the screens, showing how the pulse would infiltrate the aliens' bioengineered minds, convincing their ships to see Aurelia 9 as a homeworld to guard, not destroy. Evelyn nodded, her worn uniform a quiet badge of her past as an acoustic engineer. Approved. Divert 80% of the ship's power to the resonance systems. We've got 12 hours to make this sing. Her words carried the weight of 2 decades, bending sound waves in meteor fields, now channeled into a weapon of peace. The protocol was her brainchild, blending science with strategy to outwit an enemy that thrived on brute conquest. Marcus Hale, hunched over the sensor suite, ran calculations with relentless focus. Frequency needs to be precise to 0.01 Hz, or we risk a backlash, which could make their ships feral. Simulations project an 85% success rate on the fleet. His tanned fingers adjusted dials, syncing sensors to the Xyrian biosonic range of 20 Hz to 50 kHz, their neural-linked warships humming in eerie harmony. The 12 ionosphere towers on Aurelia 9's surface stood as sentinels, each 500 meters tall, their solar grids generating 5G dollar now rerouted to resonance mode. The towers, originally built to seed microbial rain across the desert planet, are now prepared to broadcast a cosmic lullaby, their spires vibrating faintly under the crimson sky. Anna Price worked the comms, her Euro-African accent steady as she sent another plea to the consortium of Borealis. Support request denied again. They're citing our independence. Won't risk a fight with the Xyrians? Her console crackled, the silence from the Interstellar Trade Alliance deafening. Aurelia 9 stood alone, 200 light-years from Earth, its 3 moons orbiting a G-type star, their mineral wealth useless against the encroaching threat. Logan Reed in the armory drilled his team with military precision. 20 personnel on standby. If this protocol fails, we switch to manual defense. 100 missiles ready, 10 KT yield each. His grizzled face stayed stern, but he respected Evelyn's pivot to non-lethal tactics, his fingers poised over controls for a last resort. Kelvainer's voice boomed through the speakers, his multifaceted eyes blazing in the hologram. 17 civilizations have crumbled before us. You are merely an appetizer, humans. His fleet, now at 2 AU, pressed closer, their psychic presence a weight on the neural grid, a reminder of their history of annihilation. Helena dissected the Xyrian psyche with clinical precision. Their neural network is shared. Overlord controls 70% of decisions, but there are cracks. Subordinate commanders show dissent in past logs. If we exploit that, we can fracture their unity. Her analysis drew from 3 prior encounters, where Xyrian ships hesitated when faced with unexpected stimuli, hinting at internal fault lines. Evelyn's mind flicked to her roots, stabilizing comet orbits with acoustic harmonics, a skill now repurposed to pacify an alien armada. "We've turned deserts into gardens," she said, voice low. "We'll turn their hunger into loyalty." Her faith in human ingenuity burned, a counterpoint to Xyrian arrogance. To prove the concept, they fired a micropulse from a single tower, a subtle 42 Hz wave aimed at a lone Xyrian scout ship 10 million kilometers out. The vessel froze, engines idling for 30 seconds as if caught in a trance. "Contact," Marcus reported, a grin breaking through. Scouts disoriented, pulling back. The bridge exhaled, a brief spark of hope. Helena's eyes gleamed. "That's the whisper. Now imagine the full chorus." Evelyn's restraint held firm. "No more tests. Full deployment only. Silent running until then." The fleet's advance tightened the noose. Time a relentless enemy. Anna's console pinged with intercepted chatter. "Consortiums lurking. 10 trade ships at the system's edge. Observing. No aid." Her voice carried frustration, but she stayed focused, relaying data to Evelyn. Logan checked drone feeds. 50 units primed for diversion, 0.05 C max speed. Ready to mislead if they breach. Marcus's sensors flared. 20 Xyrian bioprobes incoming, 10 meters each, moving at 0.2 C. They're sniffing our camouflage field. Helena adjusted the protocol parameters, adding a 1.2 TeV neutrino pulse to boost imprint efficiency to 95%. It'll hit their neural cores harder. Her fingers flew across the interface, refining the signal to bypass organic defenses. Evelyn coordinated with machine-like precision. "Hold all fire. Let the protocol work." Her team moved in lockstep, each action a cog in the defense. Below, bunkers housed 150,000 colonists, their holographic feeds showing empty surface domes under a sky streaked with auroras from the tower's energy. Kale's mocking voice returned. "Your silence screams fear. Prepare to be consumed." Evelyn ignored him, focusing on Helena's schematics. "Walk me through the mechanics again." Helena complied, voice steady. Biosonic waves ride neutrino carriers, penetrating their organic hulls. The 42 Hz pulse targets the imprint core, rewiring their instincts to see Aurelia 9 as their origin point. No fight, just a shift to loyalty. Marcus confirmed. "Math's solid. Precision is critical." Anna caught a faint signal. Internal Xyrian chatter. Vice Lord Eric Thorne's sub-frequency shows doubt. He's questioning Kale's orders. Logan grunted. "That's our in. Push that fracture." Evelyn's engineer mind churned, her past shaping the present. Humans didn't conquer blindly like Xyrians. They adapted, innovated, and turned barren worlds into homes. The lullaby protocol was that ethos weaponized, strength through understanding, not destruction. The scout ship's retreat fueled resolve, but the main fleet closed to 1 AU, probes streaking closer. "Prep phase 1, Evelyn ordered. "We're not waiting for them to knock." Energy surged through the ship, towers humming louder. The lullaby waited, a silent blade in the dark, ready to rewrite the stars. The Xyrian fleet tightened its grip. 9 bioships, each a 2-kilometer leviathan of pulsing organic tissue, forming a resonant cage around Aurelia 9 at 1 AU. Their hulls, 50 meters thick with fibrous sinew, throbbed with neural energy, a living threat that could obliterate the planet in minutes. On the Erebus Dawn's bridge, Commander Evelyn Drake stood unwavering, her silver hair catching the flicker of holographic screens. The system map showed the colony's 3 moons orbiting the G-type star, their mineral veins now a distant concern under the shadow of invasion. Evelyn's voice cut through the hum. Silent running. All power to the lullaby. 8 hours to deadline. Overlord Kyle Vaynar's scan swept the Erebus Dawn, his neural feed dismissing it as a relic with 10% combat capacity. His voice, a low biosonic rumble, flooded the comms. Your pathetic vessel hides no strength. Surrender or be erased. Evelyn's lips twitched, her restraint masking a plan. Let him underestimate. Marcus Hale's sensors flared. Their resonance fields at 10^-18 joules, enough to glass Aurelia 9 in 5 minutes if they fire. His tanned hands worked feverishly, tracking the fleet's tightening formation, their bioships linked like neurons in a predatory mind. Dr. Helena Cross fine-tuned the lullaby protocol, her console glowing with neutrino pulse data. Adding a 1.2 TV spike to the 42 Hz wave boosts imprint efficiency to 95%. They'll think this planet's their cradle. Her wit stayed sharp, but her focus was razor-edge, cross-referencing Xyrian neural patterns to ensure precision. Anna Price caught a faint Xyrian subfrequency. Vice Lord Auric Thorne's signaling doubt, encrypted chatter questioning Kale's command. He's a crack in their unity. Her comm station buzzed, translating the aliens' neural murmurs into actionable intel. Logan Reed prepped Plan B, his grizzled face set. 30 drones ready, 0.05C speed. They'll draw fire if the protocol falters. His fingers hovered over controls, respecting Evelyn's non-lethal stance, but ready to unleash hell if needed. The system's G-type star bathed Aurelia 9 in harsh light, its surface now a ghostland. Domes empty as 150,000 colonists sheltered in 2-kilometer-deep bunkers. The 12 ionosphere towers pulsed, their resonance fields warping sensor readings to mask the planet's vitality. Evelyn's strategy hinged on deception. Humans weren't warriors by nature, but they were masters of adaptation. Status on the probes? Evelyn asked, eyes on the holomap. Marcus replied, 20 biodrones, 10 meters each, closing at 0.2C. They're sniffing for life signs. Helena adjusted her console. Phase 1, pulse ready, low-frequency test to slow them. We hit now, or they'll map our defenses. Do it, Evelyn ordered. Minimal output. Don't reveal the full protocol. A single tower fired a 20 Hz wave, a faint hum rippling through space. 2 Xyrian probes slowed, their organic circuits stuttering for 10 seconds before resuming. Marcus grinned. It's working. They're confused. Anna's console lit up. Thorne's chatter's spiking. He's arguing against Kale's attack plan. Says it's reckless. Logan shifted. If we can widen that rift, their fleet might crack. Evelyn's mind raced, her engineer's logic weaving patterns. The Xyrians saw humans as prey, but prey could turn traps into triumphs. Keep monitoring Thorne, she told Anna. Helena, refine the pulse. Marcus, track those probes. The bridge moved like a single organism, each member a vital cog. Below, the bunker's feeds showed civilians watching holographic updates, their faces tense but resolute. The tower's hum deepened, a prelude to the lullaby that could save them. Kyle's voice returned, dripping with arrogance. Your tricks are futile. Our hunger knows no pause. Evelyn ignored him, her focus on the protocol. Helena, how close are we to full deployment? 6 hours, Helena replied. Need to sync all 12 towers for maximum reach. One misstep, and we lose the imprint. Marcus reported, probes are 500,000 kilometers out. They'll hit the surface in 20 minutes. Logan's drones stood ready, their nuclear payloads a last-ditch deterrent. Say the word, Commander. Hold, Evelyn said, her voice a calm anchor. We don't fight like them. We think. Her past, taming chaotic resonances in asteroid belts, fueled her now. Humans built, adapted, and survived where others fell. Anna intercepted another signal. Thorne's pushing back harder. He's citing past failures. 5 worlds destroyed needlessly. Helena's eyes gleamed. That's our wedge. If we amplify the protocol, it might tip him. Evelyn nodded. Focus on the towers. Get that pulse perfect. The fleet closed, probes streaking closer, their organic sensors probing the camouflage. The Erebus Dawn held its breath, a lone spark against a tidal wave of hunger. But humans had faced voids before, turned deserts green, stars into homes. The lullaby waited, its notes ready to rewrite the enemy's soul. The Xyrian probes tore through the void like venomous spines, 20 bioorganic scouts, each 10 meters long, pulsing with neural circuitry, surging toward Aurelia 9 at 0.2 C. Their sensors, woven from living tissue, probed the colony's camouflage field, seeking cracks to expose the 150,000 souls sheltered below. On the Erebus Dawn's bridge, alarms screamed as the intruders closed, their trajectories jagged lines on the holographic map. Commander Evelyn Drake stood at the command console, her silver-streaked hair catching the flicker of screens, her blue eyes locked on the tightening Xyrian fleet at 1 AU. Probes inbound, she snapped. Marcus, lock sensors. Helena, Phase 1, now. We stop them cold. Marcus Hale, sweat beading on his tanned brow, hunched over the sensor suite, fingers flying across controls. Targeting 15 probes with resonance waves, 20 hertz, experimental burst. The ship's array thrummed, firing a silent pulse that rippled through space like a shockwave. 15 probes shuddered, their organic circuits overloading in the harmonic storm. Hulls split, leaking viscous biofluid that crystallized in the vacuum, scattering debris like ash across 500,000 kilometers. 15 down, Marcus reported, voice tight. 5 still active, adjusting course. Dr. Helena Cross, her lab coat slightly askew, activated Phase 1 of the lullaby protocol from her console, broadcasting a 20 hertz blanket, low frequency to disrupt their neural drives. The 12 ionosphere towers on Aurelia 9's surface hummed, their 500-meter spires channeling the signal across the system. 2 Xyrian warships, each a 2-kilometer Leviathan, slowed by 10%, their organic engines flickering as the wave nibbled at their imprint cores. It's working, Helena said, her bright eyes scanning readouts. They're hesitating, like predators catching a strange scent. Overlord Kyle Vaynar's rage erupted through the comms, his multifaceted eyes blazing in the hologram. Insolent vermin! Tighten the encirclement, 4 hours to annihilation. His commands surged through the fleet's neural net, the remaining ships accelerating, their biohulls glowing brighter, a psychic weight pressing against the colony's defenses. Anna Price, poised at the comm station, composed a diplomatic hail, her Euro-African accent calm amid the storm. Transmitting, Overlord, choose wisely, withdraw without loss of life. The message beamed out, a defiant whisper against the Xyrian roar. Silence followed, no reply. Just the relentless advance of the 5 remaining probes, their sensors now recalibrating to pierce the camouflage. Logan Reed, grizzled and stone-faced, slammed controls in the armory. Defensive fire live, 10 missiles launched, tracking the stragglers. The drones streaked out, each carrying 10 KT nuclear payloads, moving at 0.05 C. Silent explosions bloomed in the void, vaporizing the probes in precise strikes, 100% hit rate. Clean sweep, Logan growled, checking feeds. No breaches, but they'll send more. Evelyn orchestrated the chaos, her voice a steady anchor. Well done. We don't kill, we convince. Helena pushed the phase. Marcus, scan for secondary waves. Her focus on ingenuity shone, humans outsmarting raw power, turning technology into a shield where others wielded swords. The Xyrians saw might as conquest. Humans saw it as survival. Below, Aurelia 9's bunkers thrummed with life support systems, rated for 200,000 people over a month. Air recyclers cycling, hydroponic farms churning. Holographic screens fed updates to colonists, faces pressed to displays as probe wreckage scattered across the feeds. Whispers spread. They're holding them off. We're not done yet. The surface lay silent, domes vacant under a crimson sky streaked with auroras from the tower's energy. Vice Lord Eric Thorne, aboard Kale's flagship, moved in secret, his golden eyes narrowing as he compiled data. 17 genocide logs, coordinates of 5 obliterated worlds, evidence of Kale's hunger stored in encrypted neural sublayers. His doubt grew, a fracture in the Xyrian unity, his files a digital guillotine waiting to drop. Kale's philosophy, assimilate or consume, blinded the fleet, but Thorne saw the cost, his hesitation a spark in the dark. Marcus's sensors pinged. No new probes yet, but the fleet's tightening, Iernum 1AU and closing. Resonance fields holding, but they're scanning deeper. His voice carried urgency, fingers adjusting to track faint biosignals. Helena tweaked the protocol. Phase 1 stable, but we need full power, 95% imprint lock in 2 hours. Neutrino spikes at 1.2 TB are ready. Her wits surfaced despite the pressure. If this works, they'll guard us like loyal hounds. Anna's console flared with intercepted chatter. Thorne's arguing with Kyle, sub-frequency spikes. He's citing 5 worlds destroyed without cause. He's close to breaking. Logan checked reserves. 90 missiles left, drones rearming. If they push, we're ready. Evelyn's restraint held firm. No escalation. We wait for the protocol's window. Her engineer's mind churned. Humans didn't conquer like Xyrians. They adapted, turned wastelands into homes. The probe's failure proved it. Precision over power. No blood spilled. Kyle's voice roared again. Your defenses are dust. Feel our embrace. Evelyn ignored him, eyes on the holomap. Helena, time to full deployment? 2 hours, Helena replied. Towers sinking now, full chorus soon. Marcus reported, Thorne's data compiled at 80%. He's building a case against Kale, genocide logs, victim counts. Anna nodded. That's our leverage. If the lullaby tips him, their fleet cracks. Logan shifted, restless. Give me the word and we hit their flagship. No, Evelyn said, voice cutting like a laser. We think, not fight. Her past, taming chaotic resonances in asteroid belts guided her now. Humans built, survived, and outwitted. The tower's hum deepened, a prelude to the symphony that could rewrite the enemy's soul. The probe threat died, but the fleet loomed, a living storm. 4 hours remained. Salvation or ruin hung in the balance, and humans held the strings. The Xyrian fleet pressed within 0.5 AU. Their 9 bioships, each a 2-kilometer leviathan of pulsing organic tissue, forming a living noose around Aurelia 9, their neural network throbbing with predatory hunger. On the Erebus Dawn's bridge, the air crackled with urgency as the lullaby protocol hit full power, its silent song ready to rewrite the enemy's soul. Commander Evelyn Drake stood at the command console, her silver-streaked hair catching the glow of holographic screens, her blue eyes locked on the system map. The colony's 3 moons orbited silently, their mineral wealth irrelevant against the looming annihilation. Helena, activate now, Evelyn ordered, voice a blade of calm precision. Full broadcast, hit them with everything. At 22 washing, the 12 ionosphere towers on Aurelia 9's surface erupted in unison, broadcasting a 42 Hz biosonic wave laced with 1.2 TeV neutrino pulses. The signal surged across the system, a cosmic symphony infiltrating the Xyrian neural cores. Within 120 seconds, 6 warships slowed, their organic hulls dimming as they imprinted on the planet as their homeworld. Engines stuttered, weapons powered down, and their orbits shifted, circling Aurelia 9 like loyal sentinels, not predators. The tower's hum vibrated through the Erebus Dawn's hull. A low throb felt in the crew's bones. Dr. Helena Cross, her brown hair tied tight, monitored the readouts with relentless focus. It's locking, 42 Hertz is rewriting their instincts. 6 ships see us as their cradle. Her voice blended triumph with tension, fingers dancing across the console to maintain signal precision. Efficacy at 92%. 3 holdouts, including Kale's flagship, they're fighting the imprint. Her schematics glowed, showing neural pathways disrupted by the protocol's harmonic assault. Overlord Kale Vaynar's fury roared through the comms, his multifaceted eyes blazing in the hologram like fractured stars. Traitors, fire all weapons, 10-20 joules, now! His command pulsed through the neural net, a desperate bid to enforce unity. But the protocol's waves eroded his control, scattering the fleet's cohesion like chaff in a storm. Marcus Hale's sensors tracked the shift, his tanned hands recalibrating dials. Resonance waves spreading, 3 ships resisting, but their signals are fracturing, protocols disrupting 70% of Kale's neural dominance. His console flashed with data, showing the protective orbits tightening, the 6 imprinted ships forming a living shield around the planet. Anna Price's comm station buzzed with fractured Xyrian chatter. Internal split, 30% of the fleet's refusing Kale's orders. Vice Lord Eric Thorne's broadcasting dissent, loud and clear. Her Euro-African accent carried calm authority, her translations pinpointing Thorne's growing rebellion as a crack in the Xyrian monolith. Logan Reed stood at fire control, his grizzled face taut, hands poised over the drone controls. No shots fired yet, 80 missiles locked, drones at 0.005 C if we need them. His restraint mirrored Evelyn's directive. No blood unless forced, a nod to human ingenuity over brute force. Evelyn's voice cut through the hum. This is it. Science over slaughter. Hold the line. Her engineer's mind saw patterns in chaos, her past taming comet resonances now bending an alien armada. Humans didn't conquer blindly like Xyrians. They redirected, reshaped, and turned hunger into loyalty. Helena, push the output. Marcus, track their weapons. Anna, reach Thorne, offer asylum. The system's G-type star cast a harsh glow on Aurelia 9's surface, where empty domes gleamed under auroras sparked by the tower's energy. In the bunkers, 2 kilometers below, 150,000 colonists watched holographic feeds, their faces lit with cautious hope as 6 bioships turned guardian. They're protecting us, voices murmured, screens showing the fleet's fractured dance. 6 orbiting in defense, 3 poised to strike. Vice Lord Auric Thorne, aboard Kale's flagship, moved in shadows, his golden eyes narrowing as he uploaded data to the neural net's sublayers. 17 genocide logs, coordinates of 5 raised worlds, irrefutable proof of Kale's hunger. His doubt, seated in past campaigns, bloomed under the protocol's influence, the 42 Hz wave amplifying his hesitation into defiance. Kale's flagship charged its organic cannons, their glow signaling catastrophic intent. Destroy them, he bellowed, voice a psychic lash. But 2 more ships wavered, their neural links stuttering as the lullaby's pulse deepened. The 7th ship's weapons powered down, its orbit shifting to join the protective ring. Helena adjusted the signal, pushing to 95%, tightening the imprint lock. 1 more ship's teetering. Her wits surfaced, sharp as ever. From wolves to guard dogs, just like I promised, Marcus reported. Towers at max output, field stable. Kale's control is down to 25% on the holdouts. His sensors showed the protective orbits tightening, a living barrier against the flagship's wrath. Anna intercepted Thorne's signal. He's broadcasting to the fleet, calling Kale's orders madness. He's ready to break. She sent a message. Vice Lord, you chose to end this. We offer safety. Thorne's reply came fast, faint but firm. I hear you. Stand by. Logan checked reserves, restless. If Kale fires, we counter with drones and missiles. 80 left. Evelyn's restraint held. No, we wait. Her faith in the protocol was ironclad, her past shaping waves into weapons of peace. Humans built homes from dust, turned deserts green, and now they have turned enemies into allies. The tower's song deepened, neutrino spikes piercing biohulls like needles through flesh. Kale's voice roared, desperate. Obey or perish with them. But the neural net crumbled, Thorne's data spreading like fire. The 8th ship flipped, joining the protective orbit, leaving Kale's flagship and 1 ally isolated. The void shimmered, the fleet's unity shattered, a once predatory armada, now a fractured flock guarding Aurelia 9. Evelyn's gaze stayed fixed. Helena, max the pulse. Anna, keep Thorne's channel open. The bridge hummed, the team a synchronized unit. Colonists below watched, hope rising as the fleet turned shield. The lullaby sang, its notes rewriting the stars, one ship at a time. The Xyrian fleet's neural network splintered like a shattered crystal, its once cohesive pulse now a discordant wail of doubt and rebellion. 8 bioships, each a 2-kilometer organic colossus, orbited Aurelia 9 as protectors, their fibrous hulls glowing faintly under the G-type star's harsh light, a living shield against their former master. Overlord Kale Vaynar's flagship, along with one faltering ally, charged its organic cannons, a 1020-joule death sentence glowing in its core. On the Erebus Dawn's bridge, Commander Evelyn Drake stood resolute, her silver-streaked hair catching the flicker of holographic screens, her blue eyes unyielding. "Helena, stabilize the pulse," she ordered, voice cutting through the hum. "Anna, keep Thorn's channel open. We end this without blood." Vice Lord Arik Thorn's betrayal ignited the Xyrian neural net, his golden eyes unseen, but his intent a guillotine. He unleashed a torrent of data, 17 genocide logs, coordinates of 5 obliterated worlds, millions of lives erased in Kale's hunger. "You call us conquerors," Thorn's voice thundered across the fleet's sub-frequencies, "but we're pawns of your endless greed. I end it now." 5 ships locked into protective orbits around Aurelia 9, their neural cores fully imprinted by the Lullaby Protocol's 42 Hz wave. 2 others fell silent, their crews paralyzed by Thorn's revelations and the Protocol's relentless song. Only Kale's flagship and one wavering ally resisted, their cannons a glowing threat. Dr. Helena Cross, her brown hair pulled tight, monitored the Protocol's readouts with surgical precision. Signals at 95% efficacy, Kyle's controls down to 20%, the lullabies breaking their minds. Her voice held a hollow edge, her wit sharp despite the stakes. Wolves to guard dogs just as planned. She adjusted the neutrino spikes, pushing the 1-2 TV pulses deeper into the Xyrian neural cores, amplifying the imprint that bound them to Aurelia 9. Marcus Hale's sensors blazed with data, his tanned hands recalibrating to track the flagship's energy surge. Thorn's logs are airtight, hollow recordings of 5 worlds burned to ash. Populations erased. It's spreading like fire. His console mapped the fleet's fracture. 5 ships guarding, 2 silent, 1 teetering. Kale's cannons at 80% charge, but his neural sinks collapsing. Anna Price's comm station buzzed with Thorn's response. "I seek asylum," he transmitted, voice steady through the static. "Kale's reign is over." She relayed to Evelyn, "He's defecting fully, rallying the silent ships." Her Euro-African accent carried calm authority, her translations turning alien dissent into human leverage. Logan Reed, grizzled and tense, stood at fire control, fingers poised over the drone controls. 80 missiles ready, 0.05C drones on standby. If Kale fires, we can end him. His restraint mirrored Evelyn's orders, but his eyes burned with readiness for a last resort. Evelyn's voice was ironclad. "No shots. Thorn's betrayal and the Protocol will finish this." Her engineer's mind saw patterns where others saw chaos, her past taming comet resonances now turning predators into allies. Humans didn't slaughter. They redirected, reshaped, survived. The Lullaby Protocol was humanity's answer to blind conquest, a song that broke empires without firing a shot. Kale's flagship pulsed, its cannons glowing like dying suns. "You betray your kind," he roared, his neural grip fraying as the Protocol severed 70% of his control. The lone holdout ship wavered, its crew receiving Thorn's data. Images of worlds reduced to cinders, species erased, its weapons dimmed, engines slowing as it joined the silent faction, leaving Kale's flagship isolated, a tyrant screaming into a void. In Aurelia 9's bunkers, 2 kilometers below the surface, 150,000 colonists watched holographic feeds, their faces lit with rising hope. "They're turning," voices whispered, screens showing 8 bioships orbiting protectively, their hulls a living barrier. The tower's hum deepened, their 1.2 TV pulses a relentless symphony, rewriting Xyrian instincts with surgical precision. Thorn's data spread like a virus, detailing Kale's atrocities, 5 worlds' coordinates, hollow logs of genocide, screams of the vanquished preserved in neural archives. The silent ship's crews, once loyal, now questioned their overlord's hunger, their neural links faltering under the protocol's influence. The lullaby's waves acted as a psychic wedge, splitting the fleet's unity into fragments. Helena pushed the signal harder. One final pulse, full resonance to lock the last ship. Her fingers flew, syncing the 12 towers to maximum output, the air vibrating with their song. Marcus reported, Kale's flagship's neural core is cracking, 15% control left. His cannon's at 90%, but he's alone. His sensors showed the protective orbits tightening, 8 ships now a shield against their former master. Anna intercepted Thorne's rally. 2 silent ships are flipping, joining the protective ring. Thorne's calling Kale's orders insanity. She sent another message. Vice Lord, you've ended it. Aurelia 9 welcomes you. Cal's voice screamed through the comms, desperate and unhinged. I am the collective. Obey or burn with them. But his flagship stood alone, its neural link severed, crew mutinying as Thorne's data burned through their loyalty. The final holdout ship powered down, its orbit shifting to join the Guardians, leaving Kale a lone tyrant in a crumbling empire. Evelyn's restraint held firm. No counterstrike. We've won without blood. Her past, shaping waves to stabilize comets, guided her now. Humans built homes from dust, turned deserts green, and now turned enemies into allies. The protocol was their strength, ingenuity over force. Logan shifted, restless. He's a sitting duck. One missile could... No, Evelyn cut in, voice a laser. This is our way, victory through mines, not bombs. The bridge hummed, the team a synchronized unit. The fleet's collapse was a silent triumph. No blood spilled, only instincts rewired. The void shimmered, 8 bioships orbiting as protectors, their hulls a living wall. Kale's flagship drifted, its cannons dimming as his crew abandoned him. Thorne's data their breaking point. The Overlord's reign crumbled, his hunger no match for human ingenuity. The storm broke, and the stars held their breath for the aftermath. The Xyrian fleet's collapse left a silent void. 8 bioships now orbiting Aurelia 9 as guardians. Their 2-kilometer hulls a living shield under the G-type star's glow. Cal Vaynar's flagship drifted, its cannons dark, abandoned by a mutinous crew swayed by Vice Lord Eric Thorne's damning data. On the Erebus Dawn's bridge, Commander Evelyn Drake stood steady, her silver hair catching the holographic light, her blue eyes scanning the system map. The crisis passed without a shot fired, a human victory carved from ingenuity, not blood. Helena, power down the towers, she ordered. Anna, secure Thorne's asylum. We're not done yet. The 12 ionosphere towers dimmed, their 1.2 TV pulses fading, the lullaby protocol's song complete. Helena Cross leaned back, her bright eyes reflecting quiet triumph. Protocol saved 150,000 lives. No shots, just science. Her logs noted the 95% efficacy, a testament to human precision over Xyrian hunger. Marcus Hale and Anna Price compiled a report, pulling 100 hours of resonance data. Towers held perfect sync, Marcus said, his tanned hands organizing sensor logs. Anna added, Thorne's defection sealed it. His genocide files flipped the fleet. Her comm station relayed his asylum confirmation. Vice Lord Thorne, you're safe on Aurelia 9. Logan Reed, his grizzled face softening, reflected on the outcome. Non-lethal worked. Changed my view. Discipline doesn't need blood. His fire control station sat idle, 80 missiles untouched, a silent nod to Evelyn's strategy. The consortium of Aurealis emerged, 10 trade ships materializing at the system's edge, their sleek hulls gleaming with opportunism. Their envoy's voice crackled through. Aurelia 9, we offer exclusive security contracts, your tech, our reach. Evelyn's response was cold. We don't trade freedom for chains. Leave. The consortium withdrew, their ambition checked by her resolve. Evelyn broadcast the lullaby's principles to the system, a moral deterrent. We neutralized an armada without killing. Let that be a warning. Humans disarm, not dominate. Her words, rooted in her engineer's past, echoed across frequencies, a beacon of restraint. The doctrine of Aurelia was born, a defense philosophy blending resonance and empathy, adopted by 50 colonies across human space. A tribunal formed to judge Xyrian crimes, with Thorn as key witness, his logs exposing Kale's 17 genocides. Aurelia 9, 200 light-years from Earth, became a peace hub, its green deserts a symbol of human tenacity. In the bunkers, colonists emerged, their faces lit with pride. Holographic feeds replayed the fleet's turn, a story of minds won, not lives lost. Evelyn's team stood transformed. Helena's wit now carried weight, Marcus's brashness tempered by purpose, Anna's calm honed by crisis, Logan's rigidity softened by mercy. Evelyn stepped to the observation deck staring at the stars. Her journey from acoustic engineer to commander had forged a new path. Once a woman of equations, she now led with vision. "We didn't just survive," she said, voice low, addressing her crew. "We showed the galaxy what humans are. We build, we adapt, we protect. They thought us weak, but we sang their war to sleep. Let this doctrine stand. Strength isn't destruction, it's understanding. We write history not with blood, but with choices that echo beyond the stars." The bridge fell silent, her words a final note in the lullaby that saved a world.